So today we are actually going to do hopefully her last big transformation. Each time I've done her hair, we're coming from box dye, it has faded much better, so that's a good thing, but it's still just like trying to get out of the hair and then toning it correctly is, you know, a nightmare. It's a little bit of a challenge, but we're doing it. I will link all of her videos that we've done so far in this video as well, so you guys can go see her. So yeah, let's see how her hair turns out this time. So a little bit lighter and a little bit darker on the top. So the first step is you would have already sectioned her out. So I did 4 sections and I did it basically where she parts her hair. So I'm going in with 3 ends. She wanted it darker. The last time we had done 5 end with a little bit of blue in it. So I think I did put a dash of blue just to keep it on the astier side. She does have pretty fair roots. So just FYI on that one. And I'm going to outline her root just like you would a root touch-up. And then I'm going to go in by subsectioning and saturating it with the color. I am using the Jacqueline color, which again is the 3N. By the way, she did want the dark to actually go down a lot further than it had already, so I'm going to drag it down into where you see a little bit of her, I don't want to call it blonde because it's not blonde, but her lighter pieces, and then I'm going to just kind of feather it with my brush, and you will see that I'm going to hit that with lightener also so that it all meshes together. I did have to remix a little bit more for that very last section, and this color processes for 30 minutes. Make sure to always read your manufacturer's instructions, but I'm just going to finish up this side of the head. Then we shall get into the more fun part, which is the lightening process. If you guys do not have a blast with your clients, you are missing out. Don't you see all that action I'm giving her behind the chair while I'm talking? Yes. Actually, what they're called are backwards bibs. These help a ton when you're going to do balayage lightener and not use foils, because instead of getting your cape all messy just because it's not cute to look at and then they have to kind of sit in it the rest of the time, you can throw this on and then it will stay squeaky clean. So then actually what you're seeing me here do here is comb the hair. This is a smaller fine-tooth comb, which I typically always talk about the Wow comb, which is very thick comb and wide bristles. But this is still just as fine, and plus she has fine hair, so it was perfect. If she had a little bit thicker hair, it would have been like, you know, it's a little bit harder. So what I did was I basically dragged the color down naturally with the comb. And remember, I did already try to feather it as well. So this lightener is actually called Paint by Jacqueline. This is a silica-based lightener. It doesn't dry out, and it just is formulated a certain way, and the bond in there is also pretty awesome. So basically, you just kind of feather it all the way down, and then I leave the very ends out just so that it doesn't process too fast or anything like that. Or actually, if I didn't, I may have started doing some of the ends out in the back once I was almost done. Then I was like, oh, I can go back and do it. So just kind of base it as is with your client and see if their ends can take it. If you're going to give them a trim, it's not a super big deal because obviously those hairs will get trimmed off. That's still not a lovely sight to see if it does get a little bit elastic on you. So just FYI. Here we are again. We're going to comb that all the way down. A little bit of lightener got on the hair, as you can see. Nothing to freak out about, but you could definitely wipe that off with your glove if you see it. And just make sure the hair is fully saturated. You want to have a little bit more of a thicker formula when you're working with thinner hair, and then the opposite when you're working with thicker hair. So that is just a quick tip as well. sections that you're seeing me take is basically just kind of like a diagonal section, nothing super straight or anything. And then you still want to give a little bit of a V action, but nothing too prominent, nothing too intense. If you guys didn't notice, this is more considered a color melt because I'm melting the color into the lightener. Definitely, like I said, always be aware of what you're using and how long it's going to be processed and all that jazz, because bleach can be very scary. I also work with lower developers. I'm not ever trying to work with some high developers. What you're seeing me work with here is 20. I had used 10 on her and 10 on her and 10 on her, and I really wanted to get some lift action. So I did opt for 20 this time because I've known how her hair works and we weren't getting where we needed to be. I was super happy with the end results, so is she. So the next time we won't even have to lighten it as long as she doesn't change her mind by the time that we hit the appointment, which I don't think she will, because we should be able to tone it and keep it very bright even on our next time. That's where a lot of hairstylists, I think, accidentally mess up, is because they think lightener needs to happen every time. But you actually just need to refresh the toner. You can look orange, but you just have to kind of tone all the yellow tones out first, and then you're going to be so surprised at how clean it looks. So just another FYI. Watching. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will talk to you guys very soon.